Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay and welcome to The Now, the spiritual news show on today, Monday the 25th of June. And so we'll start off with the angel card reading for this week. So the energies that we can be expecting this week. And so the angel guides ask us to stay in the now this week as much as possible. And so this is releasing yourself from the past. We can't manifest new things in our lives if we keep ourselves in the past, because then we're thinking about things that we've created from our feelings and our thoughts before, instead of knowing that we're creating our now, right now, with our thoughts and feelings. And so letting go of the past is something that we've been doing for the last few weeks, and this week is all about forgetting about the release side of things and actually just being present and knowing that your thoughts right now are manifesting your experience and your feelings right now are manifesting your experience. Similarly, it's good not to dwell on the future too, and so not think that what you want and what you want to get is going to be in the future, that it's coming, because that keeps it in the future. And so a lot of us tend to do this, is we think that something will get better, or everything will get better when we've attained something, or some point in the future, and that just doesn't happen, because that very belief keeps it in the future. And so they remind us just to be in the moment as much as possible. And so this takes a bit of effort like meditation, or what I like to do is spend time in meditation or time just when I'm being really present. So out in nature, maybe stroking pets and things like that, things that really keep you in the present. It's good to do those kind of things. For you, it might be cooking, it could be all sorts of things. Whatever you enjoy that keeps you present in the moment is a really good thing to do. And so the next thing that the angel guides want to tell us about for this week, and this is a really important one: when you feel like criticizing somebody else or negatively judging somebody else, what you want to judge them about or what you want to criticize them for is a sign. It's a really important clue for you as to what it is that you need to actually own within yourself, either having that same energy or experience or doing that same thing, or having had it in the past and you haven't forgiven yourself for it. And so the clues are going to be brought up for us this week, and those clues are going to be found by us feeling like we want to criticize people. And so if we can just stop ourselves from actually acting on that, and instead turn it around onto ourselves and realize what it is that we are actually still holding in our energy that's causing us to be that same thing, because you only attract people around you in your experience if you have that energy within you yourself. And so as soon as when you've really cleared it, when you've owned that you have this same energy about yourself and you've cleared it, you've forgiven yourself for having that, and found a way of actually clearing it, which I can help you with, or any of the Be Healing team members can help you with that as well. So go to BeHealing.com if you're having trouble actually releasing something, because there's many things that we can do to help you with that. But when you've actually cleared it and released it, you just won't see examples of that anymore. That won't be instant, and so you might get a few more examples for you to just be okay about and not react to, and then it will just kind of disappear out of your experience. And so really take note of what you're feeling negative about this week, and especially what you want to criticize in others or judge other people about. Now the other thing is, this week, and this relates to the being present part of things, that what we want to manifest, or what we want to hear about, or what we want to suddenly happen within our lives is coming to us. It's already on its way. If you've wanted that and you're taking the steps to align with it, it's already on its way. And so again, rather than thinking of it in the future, know that it can happen right now. The universe can give you whatever you want in the moment. There's no waiting time required. If you're aligned with something, it can happen magically within the moment. Now, what we tend to do is we'll tend to put things in the future and think that we need to struggle for it or need to wait for it for a while, or we need to do something in particular to allow that to happen, or that it will just take a long time. And all of those beliefs actually stop it from being delivered to us magically. And so they're asking us to change our minds about that, change our beliefs about that, and know that things can just magically happen as long as we're aligned with it. And so what I mean by alignment is only having positive thoughts and feelings towards what you're wanting. And so to be fully aligned with something requires you to release any negativity toward it. And so you might not think that you have any negativity towards something that you want, but often we do. And so imagine, let's take an extreme example. So you want a brand new car and you want a really nice car, okay? And so whatever kind of car that would be for you, and that's what you're wanting. Now you could have that car straight away, but while you're thinking that you want it, you're attracting it towards you, but there might be some kind of judgments in there that people that drive those kind of cars are maybe harming the environment, or people that drive those kind of cars have made their money some kind of a way that has abused other people. Or you might think that there's all sorts of negative thoughts that you could have about that, having that car. Even though you want it for yourself, you might think that you don't deserve it. You might think that other people will judge you in having it. And so all of these things, they're showing that you're not fully aligned with it yet. And so we need to release all of those beliefs. And so when you're fully aligned, things will happen magically. And I've been experiencing manifestations in the last few weeks when I've been aligned with things instantly, the same day or the next day. And it's only having that lag time of a day or up to 24 hours just because of my beliefs. And so I can take this further and I can make it instant if I want to, just by releasing those limitations that I've still got in my mind. And so we can all be working on that depending on where we are at all different levels this week. And so in Ascension news, so the Lemurian Masters were telling me this week that we're moving from a very mind-centered being or way of operating to a feeling way of operating. And so this week in particular, we will be releasing lots of energy around our heads, our shoulders and our necks and our throats because of this, because we're shifting away from this thinking paradigm to more of a feeling place. And the reason that we're doing this is that many of us have been overthinking. So even though we are pure consciousness and it is our thoughts that create, most of us overthink things, so we're using our minds way too much, and this is why meditation really helps. When we overthink things, we tend to put blocks in our way with our mind, and so it's a form of struggle. It's a form of not allowing abundance into our lives when we are overthinking things. And so this is about letting go and actually feeling things into being. And so a certain amount of thought is required for manifestation, but most of it is the feeling place. And so what the Lemurian Masters have been telling me is that we're going to be moving into this kind of paradigm, this way of being able to imagine something and really feel it into being. And this is what we're already experiencing, but we're going to remove that overthinking part of things. And so to help yourself with this, you can do anything that's going to release headaches, tension around the head, around the neck, around the shoulders. So you could have body work, you could have massage, do yoga, all sorts of things that can help you with that. Natural things rather than using pharmaceuticals. I would advise against that. That's kind of trying to dampen down the symptoms instead of actually sorting out the energy that's behind it. And so anything that you do like that will ease your transition and help you to stop overthinking things. Remember, we can attack things from two angles. You can do it from the bodily perspective of your total energy being, or you can do it from the mind. And so when we're thinking of overthinking, it's easier to release that by using the other methods. And so meditation, yoga, being out in nature, all those things that keep you present, just like they said in the weekly reading, in the angel guide reading. And so have a fantastic week. Remember, stay in the moment. Follow those clues when you want to criticize or judge other people, and know that it's about you and it's not about them. Often when we point a finger to somebody we want to judge them, you see that there's one finger pointing to them, one finger pointing up, and 3 fingers pointing right back at you. So what you're really doing is you're accusing yourself of something. And so if you're wanting to say something to somebody, go and stand in front of a mirror instead and say it to yourself, and really take that on board. The exact words that you would say to someone else, you need to actually take in as if someone else has said it to you, and really own that so that you can actually release it, because we can only release things when we've really owned them in the first place. And remember, we can have manifestations instantly, so release those beliefs, those limiting beliefs that are making us wait for things. So thank you for listening, have a great week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.